Hey everybody, JD here, and today I'm going to show you my brand new toy, which I think is going to help me get into some sneaky little fishing spots. Now I know you're going, okay, what kind of boat did you buy this time? Some sort of pack raft or a jet something or other, or a hydrofoil, or airboat? No. This is a terrestrial vehicle and kind of new for me, so let me show you. It's really cool. All right, here we go. The big reveal. So my new toy, This is the Rad Power Bikes Rad Rover 6 Plus e-bike. Yep, you heard that right. E-bike, electronic bike. And it's the first one I've ever had. And this thing is pretty cool. So initially I bought the bike for just screwing around by our house in Tahoe, riding around the trails, exploring. And then I had this idea, ooh, I wonder where I could get with this sucker. So my thinking is, when you come to a situation like this, where you can't drive any further and you don't want to walk it, how about hop on the bike? So I'm gonna throw the helmet on and get riding and see if we can't get to this lake that's a few miles back here. All right, so here we go. Feels good. Nice and solid. All right, here's our first hill. Okay, we're adding a little power. Pretty rough. Oh man, pretty bouncy. Driving over ice. Whoa, slipping out on the ice. Ooh, ice is slippery. Ice is slippery. Whoa. So the very first hill, I'm already walking this bike up because it's just all ice. Like a little creek flowing down this thing, and it's just frozen solid. It's solid ice. Opting for, whoa, walking up this thing because I don't need to crash in my first 5 minutes. So the cool thing is though, with the e-bike, is I can just give it a little throttle and it helps you get up the hill, which is cool. Just, you know, kind of hanging on, pushing it, because this thing is heavy, but almost to the top. Check my map here. Ice, baby. Well, it's been uphill all the way. Bike's been real helpful for that. Reached my first lake back here, but from up here I can see all the way across and I can see the bottom. So I bet this one freezes solid and doesn't have anything in it. So we may keep going up the trail to the next one. Trail's getting rougher and we're just kind of on the side of a cliff here. The lake, there was a fork back there. The lake may be up there. I may have screwed up, but I'll follow this a little bit farther. Well, I definitely screwed up because the cliff drops off right there. So the lake has got to be somewhere back up in that part of the world. I can hear the creek running out of it, so the creek's over here somewhere, so the lake's got to be back up that way. Dang it. Come on, Trey. Let me go. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. Okay, that won't go down as my most brilliant idea ever. Whew. See water down there. This may have all been for naught though. It looks like it's pretty shallow, but maybe it's deeper over there. Whew, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Yeah, I walked up through there and that little ridge there, and then the lake's just on the other side of that, down a steep draw. But when you're schlepping around a 75-pound bike, definitely not the way to go. So I think I'm gonna go back the way I came, which is frustrating. Okay. Stop me. Okay. Next time, just remind us to stay on the trail, would you? Jeez Louise. Oh, it's deep in here. I'm tired. But I'm back on semblance of some sort of, it's like a goat trail. I don't think there's any goats here, but it's a steep country right here, I'm telling you. Whoo! And it gets steeper. Check this out. Down, down, down she goes. Well, I'm committed now. Well, the old Rad 6 Plus got me here. It wasn't easy, but cool little lake, beautiful spot. Still a lot of ice on it. I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling like there'll be much in here because it's so shallow. Now, what I didn't expect to see up here was this. I have no clue how somebody got this here. Must have helicoptered it in. So, I guess a guy could take a spin trolling. She's in the water. All right. Here we go. Rudder seems to be broken. Okay. Going in circles. Let's see if I reverse. Okay. There's a fish in here. I've scared every last one of them. Okay, let's go this way. I might be the first person ever to float this lake on December 1st. It's crazy. I'm in short sleeves at 7,000 feet. It's not good. Well, it figures. I'll find a boat at this lake. And she's got rudder problems. Goes in a circle. Kind of like I did when I first started rowing drift boat. And I control it. Yeah, it just goes one way. Well, as you can see, this lake probably only 4 or 5 feet deep. Got some lily pad looking things in here. This boat would actually go somewhere. I'd go over there and see if it's a little deeper, but all I'm doing is going in circles with my broken rudder, so this may be a short-lived fishing mission. Kind of doubt there's anything in here anyway, looking at it now. On the map it looked cool, but pretty shallow. This thing's probably a solid block of ice normally this time of year. Okay, I think I got it figured out finally. Just like a jet boat, when they go slow, they're hard to steer. Get this thing going. I probably got it going up to half a mile an hour now, but she steers a little better with some propulsion. My legs are getting tired. Out here, it's getting a little deeper too. Hey, now we're cooking with gas. Kind of feel like I'm sinking though. Oh, it's still going. All right, that's about it. So, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 10 feet. Not too much. But who knows? We're here. Sun's starting to go over the hill. I got a ways to go though, and it's, again, don't forget it's December. It's been cold, so I got to get out of here pretty quick. But you got to make a few casts while you're here. Jeez, right? Well, it's been cool. I don't think I need to come back here, although it's a beautiful little spot. You get an echo! Echo! That's cool. Echo! Really cool. Ricola! All right, one more cast. Out of here. All right, steaming for home. Got a rod out in what is probably not the world's most secure rod holder, but oh well. We'll definitely be doing a lot of zigzag turning like you should while trolling, even though I'm not trying to. Mom, we want to go that way. Just realized we're taking on some water here. This thing's sinking. I need to get out of here. Coming into the ice. Slowing us down a little bit. That thing's a workout, both pedaling it and dragging it. I think it's full of water. Whoever's boat that is, thank you very much. That was fun. It's right back where I found it. And time to get on two wheels. Well, the fishing wasn't existent. And I don't think there's anything in here, having been here now. But I don't know, it was a totally fun adventure. And now that the sun is getting low, it's time to get down the hill. Again, it's December 1st, and it shouldn't be this warm, but it's going to be cold. When I left this morning, it was 27 degrees, so it's time to get off the mountain. So since the sun's going down, it's going to get cold up here in the high country. I decided to take a different route home, straight down the mountain, get as low as I can, and I can double back on some roads, paved roads, to get to my truck. Be uphill back towards it, but it's gonna be better than trying to go across the way I came. Well, the trail just got messed up. Looks like this guy just snapped recently. And another one. Sheesh. All right, so I've made it back to flat, well, not flat ground, but flat pavement. Going uphill right now, back to the truck. So at first, when I first heard about e-bikes, I was like, nah, that's not for me. That's cheating. And what I didn't realize is that I just assumed they all just had a throttle and it was like a little motorcycle. And why bother? Might as well just have a motorcycle. But I didn't realize, again, because I'm no bike guru, but there's this thing called pedal assist that most of these things have. And that's really the beauty of these things. You know, I thought, well, if you have a bike and you don't get any exercise, what's the point, right? But I'm here to tell you, the pedal assist just gives you a little bit of a boost when you're going up the hill. And I'm still pedaling hard and getting a workout, but it just kind of gives you that extra little bit of oomph to get up the hill. And I've found that particularly handy, again, since I'm not some pro mountain bike guy. When I'm going up a hill on a trail and it gets steep and I have to start pedaling hard, you know how your nose starts kind of wandering around and start slowing down, and then you hit a rock and you just stop. Well, you can just goose that throttle a little bit or have the pedal assist going, and it just kind of helps you get through. Same thing when riding on a trail and I hit a bunch of soft sand. You know, in the old days, you just run out of juice and crash and burn. Well, here again, you can just kind of give it a little pedal assist or a little throttle just to get you through that. So, as you can see, I'm still breathing hard, but I'm able to just kind of sustain the speed I was going on flat ground up the hill. So I think that's just really cool, because what it does is gives me more range to just go out and explore. You know, my old bike, since I'm not a seasoned mountain bike guy, I'd look at it and go, oh man, because there's hills all around our house, and I'd start riding, get up to the top of the first hill, about a block away, and be winded and not want to go anywhere. So this thing kind of just beats that down. You can still get a workout, and what I do most of the time is just set it to
the pedal assist to very light, so I still feel the burn, still work out. And then when I need it, if it gets really steep, just give it a little bump. Helps you get up the hill. And again, it's so cool because you just can enjoy riding and not just be dying all the time going up hills. All right, I made it back to my truck right there. Yes. So now that I've ridden it up over the mountain and back, let me show you a little bit more about this bike here. All right, let's take a look at some of the controls here. So this is your readout screen, and you got your time, your mileage, and then your speed. Pretty simple. Over here is you got your power switch, your headlight switch, and this number here indicates your setting of power assist, or pedal assist, excuse me. Same thing really, but you can drop it down. It goes from nothing, that's just riding a regular bike, to up to 5, and that's full speed. Of course, your battery is going to get sucked down more the higher that setting. And this right here is your battery setting. So after all day, which it was full, was up here, I'm still a little bit over half. So pretty efficient on the battery use. Got your hydraulic disc brake levers on both sides, and then on the starboard, or I guess that's boating term, but on the right side, you have your shifter, 7 speeds. You've got up and down, or down and up. I'm always backwards. That's up. Okay. And pretty simple. Pretty simple. Again, got those big, fat 4-inch tires with Rad has some fancy puncture-resistant stuff in there too, which is you'll have to read about that. Again, I'm no bike genius, but supposedly really puncture-resistant. Got your headlight. And that guy right there is a brake light, tail light and a brake light. So when you hit the brakes, it flashes, which is nice for when you're riding around town. And then again, this basket here, it's their large basket, and it was optional. I think it was about 80 bucks I paid. Bolts right on, and adds a little bit more weight. But obviously, you're doing a thing like this, you're gonna have to be able to carry cargo. I'm sure I'm forgetting all kinds of technical cool stuff. I think the range on this bike, and I don't know how they gauge that, because it depends on if you're going fast, flat ground, whatever. But I think max range is somewhere like 40 miles or something like that. So why the Rad Rover 6 Plus? Why did I buy this bike? Well, I did a lot of research, and online, this thing got tons and tons of good reviews. It looked like the quality was solid, the workmanship and just all the layouts seemed to be, people really were raving about them, and also the price of them. So this bike was just a skosh under $2,000. I think it was 1,900 bucks or something I paid. And then I added the basket, of course, and a couple other things. But the sky is really the limit. If you want, you can buy one that costs as much as your first car. You can buy one that costs as much as your current car. I mean, there's all kinds of e-bikes out there. And I'm sure the more you spend, the lighter they get, the more range and Gucci gizmos. I don't know. But I wasn't interested, especially since I don't ride that much. I didn't want to spend 10 grand on a bike. So this one seemed like a nice kind of hit the sweet spot between quality and price. And so far, so good. I mean, I've ridden it. This was the first fishing trip, but I've been riding it around all summer long, just cruising the hills. And it's been a lot of fun, way more fun than I actually expected. So again, these are Rad, but there's a bunch of companies out there. And if you're going to buy a bike, it's a big investment, and read the reviews of all of them and see which one fits you. But this one's been pretty cool. So, bike is fun. It seems very durable. It rides over some rough terrain, and seems to go a long ways on a charge. So, what's the downside? Well, electric bikes are more expensive than regular bikes, of course. And I'd say the one thing that is just an adjustment for me, coming from riding just a regular old mountain bike, is this sucker's heavy. It's like 75 pounds or something. I mean, it's a tank. It feels like a beast. It's not a sports car by any means. And then you have to get used to it. When it's going downhill, it has more momentum. It's heavier. So you got to brake a little sooner. And that's where those hydraulic disc brakes come in handy. But other than that, I mean, they're pricey, but this one's, like I said before, in a nice price point range. And I think she and I are going to have a few more fishing adventures together.
soon.